What's up, SMT Nation? It's your boy, the SMT. We're doing some network testing for you all today. We're going to test all three carriers, 5G and LTE separately. The testing will take place on an iPhone 12. We've got 2 eSIMs and a physical SIM. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to test them all individually with all the other SIMs off. What we'll do today is we'll start with the Verizon testing. We'll do 5G and LTE. We'll do the AT&T, and then we'll do the T-Mobile. And we're actually testing pretty close to a T-Mobile store. And the reason I wanted to check it, I wanted to see if they've got anything special going on for the T-Mobile store in terms of providing additional capacity or anything special in the form of upgrades. You know, you never know, they might be doing something nice, keeping the connection fast for them. Anyways, we're going to start first with the Verizon testing. We'll start on LTE, and then we'll work our way over to the 5G, see what that's like, and then we'll move over to AT&T and then T-Mobile. All right, so to get things started first with Verizon, we've got a 37 millisecond ping. So for that latency, jitter is at 1.7 milliseconds. And for the downlink, things are looking pretty good. We've got 218 megabits per second on the downlink. And then for the uplink, we've got about a 47 megabit per second. All right, so this is LTE for Verizon. Let's go ahead and switch over to 5G and see what happens. All right, so we just switched it over to 5G on. We'll see if we got any type of DSS. I know there's no ultra wideband over here, but it looks like even with the 5G on, we're still stuck in LTE. So no 5G available. Oh, there it is, just switched. Okay, so it looks like we might have some DSS happening here. Let's go ahead and speed test it and see what type of results we get. It's 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. We've got the shopping center here. We've got banks, some kind of new construction. We've got hotels. We've got the I-90 freeway. We're in Westlake, Ohio. We've been parked at the McDonald's. There's a shopping center back there. Crocker Park, which is a huge shopping center. So tons of traffic. There's, you know, a lot of drivers, and it's very busy here. This is one of the busier areas in the CLE. This is why I wanted to come here and test. All right, so for the LTE side, things were pretty good. With the 5G side, not as good. 41 megabits per second on the downlink, 41 megabits per second on the up, 38 millisecond ping with a 20 millisecond jitter. So not a great test for 5G DSS. I'm assuming it's N5, and that's what we got there for Verizon 5G. Let's go ahead and switch over to the AT&T SIM now. All right, so we're back, and we just switched over to the AT&T SIM. It is on eSIM. We're on 5G right now, and then after we test the 5G, we'll test the LTE. All right, so you will see it is connected 5G AT&T. We're connected to the AT&T wireless server in Akron, Ohio. Again, I don't change the servers and stuff like that. I just let Ookla do its thing as it's designed. I don't mess around. I just kind of let it default, do whatever. All right, so for a ping, a latency, we got a 17 millisecond. We've got a little bit of jitter at 6.7 milliseconds. We got 23.2 on the downlink, and then on the uplink, got about 13 megabits per second on the uplink. All right, a little bit of variation there. We ended up at about 13 megabits per second. So that's AT&T 5G. Let's go ahead and slide over to the LTE side. I'll change that setting now. All right, so here we are putting AT&T on LTE only. You will see that it popped up into 5GE, so now it is technically switched over to LTE. Let's go ahead and test it. There was your 5G test, 23.2 by 13. I'm guessing that the LTE is going to be much better, as it will likely connect to more carriers, and it'll aggregate those carriers quite nicely. All right, so for the ping or the latency, we got 18 milliseconds. For the jitter, it's up a little bit, 21 milliseconds. And then for the downlink, we have about 86 megabits per second on the downlink. So a huge improvement, 3 times faster on LTE. And then for the uplink, it is also faster, 22 megabits per second on the uplink. All right, good stuff there from AT&T, holding it down, able to provide capacity. So Verizon and AT&T holding up under these tough circumstances, all this traffic. Let's go ahead and switch over to the T-Mobile SIM. We'll test 5G and LTE. Let's go ahead and check it out now. All right, so we just turned on the T-Mobile SIM. Let's go ahead and do, what do we got it set on? Okay, so we got it set on LTE. All right, let's go ahead and do that. I don't know what to expect, honestly. Couldn't tell you guys. Because the LTE is kind of a wild card with T-Mobile. Most of their network expenditure and focus has been on 5G. So I'm not sure how it's going to perform. Hopefully okay. They do have a lot of spectrum. They do have a lot of, you know, PCS and AWS, and, you know, they still have some band 41 LTE from Sprint that they can use, some band 25, so that's all there. All right, we got a 27 millisecond ping. A little bit of jitter, not much, 1.7 milliseconds. We got 69 megabits on the downlink and about 9.6 megabits per second on the uplink. Let's go ahead and switch up. Let's put it over on the 5G side of things and see how T-Mobile does. All right, so let's go ahead and switch it over from LTE. We're going to put it on 5G on. Let's see if we got some 5G in the area. Again, I don't know if it's N71 or N41. I do know that there is an N41 site pretty near. See if it's optimized and performing well. It's probably about a half a mile away, as best as I know. So we had 69 by 10 on the LTE side. Now we're on T-Mobile 5G, and we'll see how 5G customers are enjoying that capacity. Should be faster, should be, but you saw in my last round of testing, that wasn't the case, so. Oh man. Okay, 20 millisecond ping. Got a little bit of jitter at 12 milliseconds. And on the downlink, we have 47 megabits per second. And then on the uplink, looks like about 29 or 30, 31. Oh, it's creeping up. 33, about 33 megabits per second. This is the second site where the downlink on 5G is not very good. I'm not really sure what's going on, ladies and gents. I don't know. The N41 site's not far away. It should be actually pointed here. So this is disappointing because what's going to end up happening is a T-Mobile customer is going to be at that T-Mobile store over there, and they're going to test that 5G and say, well, it's slower than the LTE. So that's going to be a problem. Let me know what you think of this testing. Let me know what you think of the situation. The LTE for T-Mobile is faster than their 5G on this testing, as was the case with Verizon and AT&T. This continues to be a problem. We're unable to distinguish an upgrade between 5G and LTE between the carriers. Disappointing, unfortunate. Let me know what you think of the testing. Drop me a line in the comment section below what you think is going on here, what the situation is. I'm surprised by the T-Mobile the most because there's an N41 site so close by. But anyways, if you appreciated this video, you liked it, you enjoyed it, you let me know by hitting the like button and sharing this to your social media platforms. That's great. That helps out the channel a lot. Thank you. And if you're new here, first time visiting, definitely subscribe and then activate the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace. Thank you for taking this opportunity to watch the SMT YouTube channel. If you appreciated this video, give it a like and a share to all your favorite social media platforms. Thank you in advance for that. Also, check out some of the links in the description box. We have the SMT Patreon page. We also have the Twitter handle at SneedTech. And do check out the audio-only podcast available on all the major podcast platforms. And if you are new, have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and activate the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.